All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadas. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you, I say Shalom. All right. I'm with the brother Masha,
Shalom.
and it's Mayaka Allah. So we're going to bring out a couple of precepts about fear. All right. There's two types of fear, right? The fear of the Lord, which will lead you to salvation. And there's also another fear, which is ultimately a lack of faith. All right. And that fear will lead to your destruction. All right. So, Baba Shah.
All right. Shalom, the nation of Israel. We're going to start right out in 2 Timothy chapter 1. And we're going to start in verse 7. For the Most High have not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. And, fear, is like being intimidated, in a way, and I thinking, this world, being amongst the heathen, man, and learned their ways, they have taught us that not to be afraid, but see, in our thinking, we don't want to tell somebody, damn, I'm kind of fear of being rejected, or fear of, asking this question because it might be a dumb question, and that's why the Lord go, and then another fear is like, fear what somebody think about me, those type of things, man, but see, the Lord said He haven't given us a spirit of fear. Let me go back. But of power and love and of sound mind, so when you have a sound mind, it's like a self-discipline type of thing. You start to discipline yourself that the Lord is in control of all things, and we're able to, our eyes have been open to that fact. That's true, man. If they tell me no, it's no. That's what the Lord wanted from me. What I mean? He wanted. But before we weren't able to comprehend that because that fear. And does fear still set in today? Yeah, but like Ox said, that's a lack of faith in the Lord.
It's not only a lack of faith, it's a lack of understanding too. Because you gotta understand, everything is according to the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. So if you're scared to go certain places, if you're scared to do certain things, as long as it's not wicked, you can't have that fear, man. Because you're not going to get punished for doing something righteous. You're not going to get punished for trying to be righteous, man. All right? This is where their fear comes in, a lack of understanding. All right? This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. All right? So you could trust in the Lord with all your heart, but don't lean into your own understanding. That's where fear comes from. Fear comes from not only not believing, doubtfulness, but no understanding. No understanding that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will take care of you no matter what you do. Because things written aforetime were written for our learning. When you see these great men are written about in the scriptures, right? They had the covering of the Lord, right? So once they received the message from the Lord, they went out and did what they had to do, all right? Actually, let me go get Salat. Because even Jeremiah was a child before he started hitting the highways and byways, man. All right. So this is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 1, and I'm starting at verse 7. But the Lord Yahweh said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord.
Right.
All right. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is with us always. All right. So He's with us as long as we're with Him. All right. So if we're doing what's pleasing, if we're trying our best to walk uprightly, man, if we're trying our best to follow the Lord's statutes and commandments, we're not going to be forsaken, man. Just like Sirach 2:10 says, man.
That's right. All right. This is I was gonna grab this. Because actually at the end of the day, if we begin to fear men, and fear other people, man, that's not of the Lord, and then we're supposed to like we said in the beginning, we fear the Lord. You know,
Yep.
we fear the Lord. Um, this is Sirach chapter 34 and verse 13. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in Him that saveth them. You know, and we continue to put our trust in Him. You know, and it's not, you know, but that spirit of fear still creeps up
Yep.
because we're in this flesh.
The flesh, man.
We're in the flesh.
These
You
chains
know,
of darkness, man.
and verse 13 says, "Whosoever feareth the Lord should not fear nor be afraid, for He is his hope." You know, and that's what faith has to continue to come in. You know, that was on Sirach 34 and 14. Whosoever feareth the Lord shall not fear nor be afraid, for He is his hope. You know, so we got to continue to hope. You know, that's what faith, hope. You know, and doing these works continue to, because what is the works? You know, out here, you know, coming out on the highways and byways, you know, doing these sit down lessons. You think we do this, and we don't have a somewhat of a fear pop up? You know, that I might not say the right thing or this or that. You know, but we continue to stay diligent in this word, and through Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we're able to overcome. You know.
I got Joshua chapter 1 and verse 9. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord Yahweh thy power is with thee, whithersoever thou goest. So no matter where you are, you can hop in a chariot and fly to a different universe, man. You still with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. No matter where you go, you can't be afraid, man. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, because I still deal with the spirit of fear too, man. All right. Certain things still frighten me, right? I'm not gonna say frightened, but it makes me nervous. All right.
You know, but when we how the Lord has opened our eyes to the Lord has opened our eyes to this truth, and we're able to understand that you know, I just want to get this lesson here. I mean, this precept here. This is Amos chapter 4 and verse 13. It says, "For lo, He that formeth the mountains and created the wind and declared unto man what is his thoughts, that maketh the mornings darkness and treadeth upon the high places of the earth. The Lord thy power of hosts is his name." You know, so at the end of the day, you know, that's what we have to continue to believe. I'm gonna read that again. "For he that formeth the mountains and created the winds and declared unto man what is his thoughts." You know, so our thoughts, you know, even if I have a thought of a fear, it still comes from the Lord, because He's going to try us in our ways, man. He's going to continue to try us and see if we're really about what we're saying we're about. We're going to be tried through that fire. You know, that's part of enduring. You know, enduring. You know, so it says, continue. I'm gonna start at the top again. "For lo, He that formeth the mountains and created the winds, and declareth unto man what is his thought, that maketh the morning darkness and tread upon the high places of the earth. The Lord power of hosts is his name." You know, so you know, I just brought that out because, you know, at the end of the day, we know that that man's goings are the Lord as well. You know.
And that's why you can't fear man or situations that men create, because it's not men creating situations. It's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. All right. This is Wait, you got more than that?
No, go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 91, and you know, I'll basically start from the top. "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress and my power. In Him will I trust." All right, if we trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, whom do we have to fear, man? All right. Verse 3, "Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence." All right. Esau's traps, those nuclear missiles, destruction, death, man. All right. The CHIP, right? we're going to be
Yep.
delivered from these things, man. The snare of the follower ultimately goes back into that CHIP as well, man. That's the ultimate trap. Because once you take that, you're not getting out of that trap. All right.
That's right.
Verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. All right. You got to put on the whole armor of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man.
That's right.
Verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walk in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth noonday. All right, but I'm gonna read verse 5 again. It says, "Thou shalt not be afraid, man, of the terror by night, man." There's nothing that you have to fear. All right, what on earth is there to fear when you're dealing with the King of Terror, man? He created everything that is terrible, man. Everything that is fearful is created by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So if you fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you have nothing else to fear, man. And again, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man.
Yep.
All right.
And this is Yahweh Shai, he said, this is John chapter 3 and verse 18. It says, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already. See? Because he have not believed on the name of the only begotten Son. So at the end of the day, if I'm having that spirit of fear coming upon me, I'm not believing, on the name. And he said he had manifested his name unto his man. We believe that in fear. I mean, in faith today. That's his name, man, So we have to continue to believe on him, and if you lacking that belief, you ask. And James just said, you ask, you have not because we ask not,
Yep.
So, so fear is going to be something that we have to we're going to deal with until he comes, I believe,
As long as you're in the flesh, you're going to deal with fearful thoughts. Shit, even when Yahweh Shai returns, your first inclination might be fear. Because you're going to see something that you've never seen before. Wisdom of Solomon 5 describes it as so far beyond what we look for. That's what the 2/3 are saying. But at the same time, it's going to be something so fascinating, so amazing. You're not going to know what to think for a split second. Then you're going to understand, oh, this is Yahweh Shai and his return, man.
That's right. You got something else? I can get something.
I got Lord willing.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 2. You know what? I'm gonna start at verse 6. Believe in him, and he will help thee, and order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. All right, your reward not gonna fail. All right, so there's nothing to fear, man. Salakia verse 9. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? So if you abide in the fear of the Lord, you're not going to be forsaken. As long as you're abiding with truth and sincerity and faith, man. All right, I'm going to jump down to verse 12. I'll read 11 real quick. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, and long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction. All right, so even when you're going through, you're not supposed to be afraid, man, because you gotta believe that you could be delivered by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Verse 12. Woe be to the fearful hearts and the faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. All right. So if you're faint-hearted, you ultimately lack faith, man.
That's right.
If you're fearful, man, if you're standing in front of Esau Edom and you're afraid, man, you lack faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Because the Lord says he's going to deliver you from the hand of his enemies, man. All right. So there's nothing to fear on this earth, man. There's nothing to fear in this universe, man. The only thing to fear is Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is the king of fear, the king of terror, man.
Okay. Let me grab this. This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 15. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, man. You know, so that's bondage,
Yep,
man.
yep,
Being
yep,
in
yep,
bondage
yep.
there, man. You see, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, and adoption, man. You go into that word, man. You know that means that that's um the children of Israel only had that privilege.
Yep.
You know, just for the children of Israel. You know, so that's why the Most High have died for our sins, man, and more so the elect on this side. But we've been reconciled unto the Lord, man. You know, so it says, "But ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father, man."
Yep.
You know, we cried to the Lord, man. He hears our cries, man. His eyes are upon what it say? His eyes are upon the men of the Lord, the righteous.
Heart.
No, his eyes are upon his eyes is upon the men of the Lord, the people who are praising His name. I'm gonna grab it in a few minutes. And the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High,
Yep.
and His Spirit bears witness with us. That's how we're able to come out here and do this work, man. You know, because like I say, you know, you think that that our minds gonna say, "Damn, we out here on the highways and byways, man," and these people looking at us crazy, you know. But we continue to do this work, man. You know, we continue, man.
And a lot of the main reason that a lot of people don't hit the highways and byways is because of fear, man.
That's right.
All right. Now I understand not everybody's a prophet. Not everybody could be out on the highways and byways, but don't scoff the men on the highways and byways because you're afraid to go out there, man. Don't scoff on the internet. Right? A lot of people are brave on the internet but fearful in real life, man. That's why you see the people that do scoff when they what do? They scoff when they're a mile away. When they're driving away, they roll down the window, say something. They'll never stop and stand on their beliefs, man, because they're fearful, man, because they don't know what to believe out here, man. This is why you see people. My homeboy sent me a text today. He said he lives in New York. He said he's seen somebody outside by themselves shoveling snow with a mask on. So what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? You're afraid of everything in this world, man.
I want to grab this real quick. This is let me read this one. This one will work. This is Sirach 23:19. Such a man only fears the eyes of man, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering his most inward parts, man. So pretty much, that's we can't fear. Like if I can't fear what my boss gonna say if I'm running late today, you know, or what this female gonna say if I say the wrong thing to her, you know, or whatever the case might be, you know what I mean? You know, those not the things we fear, man. You know, but we fear and know that the eyes of the Lord are 10 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of man and considering his most inward parts. And what he considering, are we, you know, meditating upon his words then? Like, are we putting our trust in him, you know? Are we diligently seeking him, man, you know, for this understanding, you know?
Your most secret part, in your deepest part of your subconscious mind, are you still praising Yahweh Bashim Yahshua? Are you still believing on the name? Do you still have faith, man? All right, because even though you're fearful for a second in the flesh, you ultimately still believe, man.
That's right.
All right, it's like the brother said. You can't be fearful if you're late to the job a couple minutes. What the boss is gonna say? He might scold you, whatever. But ultimately, if you lose your job, you gotta believe that the Most High will bless you with a better one. He put you in this position to get something better. That's right. You can't be afraid of what the female might say, because she might talk shit. She might say, "Oh, get away from me, dusty ass nigga." That's the worst you can say. But what's gonna happen? The Most High's gonna bless you with a better one, man. That's right. You gotta believe that, man.
That's right. Wow, man, that's the spirit.
I got one, Lord willing. I'm gonna read it and you can break it down because it's kind of long. This is Matthew chapter 14.
Go ahead.
And verse 24. Now the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, Yahushua went unto them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, "Is it a spirit?" And they cried out for fear.
Because they never seen any such thing as a man walking on water.
Yep.
You see? But they just like we, you know, if I had a small little doubt that I forget who my power is. You know, and they've been walking with him, hanging with the Most High, and they forgot that quick that they who I've been with. You know. Go ahead.
Verse 26. It is verse 26, Matthew 14 and 26. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, "It is a spirit," and they cried out for fear. But straightway Yahushua spake unto them, saying, "Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid." And Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water." And he said, "Come." And when Peter was come down off the ship, he walked on the water to go to Yahushua. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, "Lord, save me." And immediately Yahushua stretched forth his hand and caught him, and said unto him, "O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt?"
See, that's what the problem is when we doubt, man.
Yep.
You know, that's that spirit of fear that popped in. You know. Yep. That's a beautiful illustration of fear, because when you're doing something, man, first you have I'm gonna do this in faith. And then when you start going, you start doubting. You start doubting. That's that fear, man.
You see, the path isn't as easy as you thought it would be. So now, when that little doubt happened to Peter, what happened? He started to sink, man. He started to sink. But then what did he do? He cried unto the Lord, and he was delivered, man. So this is what, even if you're starting to sink, even if you're on troubling waters, man, even if you're on, going through it, if you cry unto the Lord with belief and faith, you're gonna be delivered, man. But like Sirach 2, chapter 2 said, if you don't believe, you're faint-hearted, you're not going to be delivered, man. Actually, let me jump back to that. This is Sirach chapter 2 and verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
Well, see that? Wow, that's serious. There, you not be defended, man. You just lost that hedge of protection, man. You know, that covering, that refuge that the Lord that we rest in Yahweh Shai, you know. And then when I said that word rest, it came with my spirit to bring out that, you know, that's why he said, "Come, for come on to me, because my yoke is easy." You know, you rest in Yahweh Shai. You know, resting in Him, because that's in our thoughts as well. That's definitely in our thoughts. You have to rest in the Lord, man. You know, because we can't do it. Because me trying to figure it out, that's why I have came to believe that self-reliance has just failed me. You know, pretty much. Because once we believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it ain't about us anymore.
Yeah, self-reliance will always fail you.
That's right. You know,
if you put yourself in, and if you put trust in yourself, you're putting trust in man. You're putting trust in man. You're putting trust in something above Yahweh, before Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Right.
So I don't even say above.
And that's adultery, right?
That's spiritual fornication right there. Yep.
Yeah. You got anything else? All right.
I got a quick one. One more. We can wrap it. Lord willing. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 75.
Oh, that's the spirit thing. Go ahead.
Come on. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt. For the Most High is your God, man.
You know, but continue on it. I can say those that trust in the commandments, man. You know, or the precepts, so I believe.
You're right. Verse 76. And the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
That's right, man. You know, and it talks about it in I think it's Sirach 30, you know, being how we let me get it real quick. Let me get that, because we can close on that little one, because we're not supposed to. Let me just get it. 30. Yeah, this is 30. This is Sirach 30 and 21. Give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thy own counsel. See, so if we're trying to be my own counsel, He give us counsel. He have given us counsel, the word.
Yep.
You know, He have left us to counsel. So we don't need to counsel our own selves. Give not I'm gonna read it again. Sirach 30 and 21. Give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thy own counsel. The gladness of the heart is the life of man. See, gladness of the heart. And what brings life? These laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Resting in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know? And joyfulness of a man, and prolongeth his days. Okay? So that's how we prolong our days here, you know. And that's really, you know, even the people in the world, they believe the same thing, you know. They say, what they say? Well, I can't get it, but they kind of say, like, I used to say, you know, you can't always try to figure out everything yourself, you know. Just let it go. Let go and let God, you know. They say let go and let let go and let God, you know. But they don't know which they had a zeal, but not according to knowledge, you know. That's what it was. They say let go and let God, you know.
That's spirit. That's a spiritual saying, though. It's true too. But people don't know how to let go and let God.
That's right, man.
And what God are they letting? They're gonna be letting by a false God. Is gonna be led. They're gonna lead them to destruction. Because the scriptures say, "The blind lead the blind; the both shall fall into the ditch, man."
Right.
And that ditch is death, man.
I
got one more. We'll wrap it up after this, Lord willing. This is 2 Ezra chapter 14, and starting at verse 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts.
Oh, God.
Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. All right, so that spirit of fear is technically a weak nature, man.
That's right.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times, man.
That's right, man. That's right, man. That's a beautiful precept, man. You know, it helped me out a lot, you know.
Yep.
And yep. So I had just had, when you was reading, I just thought of a precept, but it didn't. I could have roughly paraphrased it, but just read it again.
It's a lot. I dropped it, but I got it. This is 2 Ezra chapter 14.
Oh yeah, I got it. You know, that's why we die daily.
Oh yeah,
that's why we die daily. You know, that's it. You know, and with that, you know, if you got anything else, that's it.
I'm called to wild about.
All right. So with that, you know, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying, and we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.
That was beautiful.